So today I will be demonstrating multiplanar movements and describing the planes and axes used within these movements. So I give full credit to our text manual of structural kinesiology and also credit to our instructor Lorraine Glass for her PowerPoints, as well as NPTI's YouTube video. You can find all of this reference at the end of my document, and I will also submit it within my answers to our previous question. So to start, let's begin with the shoulder joint, also known as the glenohumeral joint. So both movements of abduction and adduction will be demonstrated in the frontal plane. So as I reach my arms away from me, I'm abducting my arms out. So again, so you're abducting, taking them away. A good way to remember what abduction is to actually think about being abducted. So kind of like you're abducted by aliens, you're taken away. So now to show you adduction, your arms are out and you're going to bring your arms down, adducting them towards your midline. So adding, think of 2 cookies is better than 1 for dessert. So one more movement within the shoulder joint is to show you an upright row in the transverse plane. So bring your arms up, palms are facing in. You're going to adduct your arms in, so thumbs are coming towards each other, and then abduct them out. This is in the transverse plane. So now moving on, we're going to go right into the lumbar spine, and I'm going to show you an exercise that I do when I teach bar fitness classes. So this will be in a sagittal plane. So just excuse me while I bring my laptop down. Laying down on the ground, I'll set you up quickly. You're just down with your back on the floor. Lumbar spine is in flexion. So you're going to tip your pelvis up and then lifting through your thoracic spine, lift the spine up and then your head's back. So now with your feet pushing down into the floor, we're going to reach our arms down, and through this sagittal plane, we'll find that lumbar flexion where you pull your right hip bone to your right rib cage, and then you come back. So again, you're just laterally flexing over and back. So you can do this 12 times maybe on one side, and then quickly switch to the other side. So that's just demonstrating the lumbar flexion. The shoulder girdle is next, and this one is a diarthrodial joint, meaning it's freely movable. So the shoulder girdle can protract and retract. I'll be demonstrating this movement in a transverse plane, so just in a basic plank position, and I'll just demonstrate kind of a modified push-up without bending my elbows. So the protraction before I get started is known as abduction. So remember, abduction means going away, being abducted in a sense. And so it's the abduction of the scapula, bringing the shoulder girdle away from the spinal column. And then the retraction is known as the adduction part. So bringing 2 cookies together as one, or also where the scapular wings are coming towards the spine. So let's get started. The protraction part, which is the abduction, is when you're in that basic plank, you're just going to pull the shoulders away. So you're just gonna puff up through your rib cage. Scapula comes away from the shoulder, and then it just comes away from the spinal cord. And then you're going to retract it, bringing the shoulders towards each other. So again, protraction, abduction up, retraction, adduction in. This is also within a full traditional push-up, but it's in a transverse plane because it's just the upper part of your body. So the scapula retracts on the down movement and protracts on the upward motion. So in a push-up, you're just going down, scapula is coming towards each other, and then as you push up, scapula goes away. So going down and pressing up. So moving on to demonstrate knee movement in flexion and extension patterns in a sagittal plane, I'll just come into a fold over position. So completely folded over, feet are hip width apart. I'm going to reach my right leg back, keeping my hips square. When my leg is straight, just like this, within the sagittal plane, my knee is an extension. So it means my leg is nice and long. So as I engage my hamstring and my gluteals, I'm going to pull my right heel towards my right glute, bringing my knee into flexion. So again, extension and flexion. Extension and flexion. So last but not least is hip movements in the Jane Fonda position. So these movements will be occurring in the frontal plane. So if you're not familiar with the Jane Fonda, you're missing out. So coming down onto your side, just a hand down onto the side, or you can bring your arm behind your head, we're just going to pull our knees a little bit closer towards our trunk. And then as you open your knee out laterally, I am demonstrating external rotation of the hip. So knee goes out, laterally is external rotation. And then as I bring that knee back in medially, I am showing internal rotation. So external rotation of the hip joint, internal rotation. I hope you enjoyed my video today. It's been really great learning and also demonstrating these movements, because I feel like you really are able to remember what you're studying when you're able to do it yourself. So thank you, Lorraine, for a great class so far. As I said before, you can find my references just at the end of this video. I hope you have a really great rest of your day, and thank you very much for watching.